Good morning, folks. Fred Houston here. Many of you listening to the Stone and Tile Show, you hear me mentioning about the upcoming troubleshooting and inspection course that I'm going to be doing in January in Las Vegas. And I just wanted to go over a couple of things because some of you are asking, Fred, exactly what is covered? What am I going to learn in this class? And who is this class for? Well, first of all, this class is for anybody in the stone and tile industry or interested in the stone and tile industry. So that includes restoration contractors, fabricators, installers, especially installers, uh, architects, designers. I mean, I've had just a slew of different people that have attended this class. So I'm going to go over. I have here some of the things that you're going to learn and some of the topics we're going to cover in this class. You're going to learn things like how to use what is called fugitive dyes to determine where leaks are coming from without doing a destructive test. You're going to learn how a moisture meter can detect salts, for efflorescence. You're going to learn how you can actually look into an installation. In other words, we talked a lot about that five dot method or the dab method, whatever you want to call it. Well, many times, besides just tapping on the floor, there is a way for you to actually have invisible eyes, if you will, to actually look into the installation, whether it's a wall or whether it's a floor. We're going to teach you how to do that through infrared photography. Um, how to determine whether a vapor barrier has been compromised and punctured without having to tear the floor up. There's a test that I've developed that I've actually talked about this on my show using a nitrite test kit to determine the types of salts that are coming through for efflorescence, and that will tell you whether the vapor barrier is compromised or not. We're going to look at things like we'll talk about restoration. We'll talk about restoration not to learn how to do restoration. That's not what this class is designed to do. This class is basically going to let you be aware of that. If you're an installer, you've never done restoration, for example, you need to know these things when you're going to do an inspector. Most importantly, you're going to learn how to charge big money for doing inspections. Currently I'm getting $2,500 to do a stone and tile inspection, and I charge as much as $250 to $300 per hour to be an expert witness. Those are the things you're going to look at. So some of the other things I'm going to be covering is the geology of stone, understanding the structure of different types of kinds of stone and materials, identifying these stone and tile types. We'll talk a little bit about quarrying as it applies to the inspection business, production of tile and slabs, fabrication and installation requirements for not only stone and tile, but also terrazzo and engineered stone, quartz surfacing, if you will. We'll talk about physical and chemical testing, destructive and non-destructive testing, diagnosis of problems. There's a thing in when it comes to looking at cracks called crack dynamics. And we actually go over how to actually look at a crack and determine how that crack occurred and what type of crack that is. Repair and replacement. And again, not to teach you how to repair and replace, but to teach you some of the basics of that. So when you go and you do an inspection or you're looking at a job, you know what to recommend, you know how to write a spec for that. Stain removal, troubleshooting, of course, is a big part of this class. Report writing, expert witness testimony, slip resistance, laboratory testing. And probably the most important thing with the live class that we get into is going out and actually doing an inspection. And this is why I do this in Las Vegas, because Las Vegas happens to have a lot of public places, a lot of the casinos that have all kinds of failures from cracks to poor maintenance practices, spalling, pitting, loose tile, you name it. So we actually take a half a day during this seminar and we go out and we look at it. So far, it looks like it's a go for January. I have people signing up already. I keep this class very small, down to maybe 8 or 10 people. So if you want to sign up, I encourage you to contact me ASAP. If you don't have all the money for the class right now, I will take a deposit and you can pay me later or at the time of the class, or you can make monthly payments on it as well up to the date of the class. The class is going to be held again in Las Vegas this coming January. I believe the dates are the 21st to 25th, and stupid me, I forgot to write those dates down. But it's the same time that the Stone and Tile show is happening, and you will have time to go to that show in addition to attending this class. It's a 4-day class. We start about 9 o'clock in the morning. We wrap up around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, except for that Wednesday. Wednesdays when we actually go out into the field. I provide lunch for most of the days, and of course, coffee and sodas for the morning If you're really good, I may even bring some donuts or some Danish in the class as well. We're not only going to be talking about stone and tile failures when it comes to flooring, we're also going to be talking about it for exterior purposes, interior purposes, countertops, walls, etc. So basically, anywhere you have stone and tile, terrazzo, engineered materials, this class is for you. Now, even if you're not wanting to be an inspector, this class is invaluable if you're in the installation business, the restoration business, or even a fabricator. And I've had all three of those disciplines come to this class. So I encourage you to sign up. I'll put the link below this video. Contact me directly if you want to sign up, but I encourage you to sign up ASAP. Now, if for some reason this class gets canceled, in other words, a live class gets canceled, I'm still going to do it live, but I'm going to do it via the Zoom software. So we will do that live. But for all intents and purposes, I think this is going to go off in January. So go ahead and contact me. In the meantime, make sure to listen to the Stone and Tile Show. A lot of great topics there. I'm slowly approaching 100 episodes. I'll put that link here as well. So everybody have a great weekend and be safe.